Welcome back to the shop, guys, and guess what? Today we got something cool to talk about, and no, it is not going to be for the Ecto 1. We actually are going to take a little pause today and show you a great video here. I think you're going to be very excited. That's right, guys. We're going to discuss ROBOCOP. I here have issues all the way from 63 to 66, and I can't wait to show you this video, guys. We're going to be working on a new part, and I think you're going to enjoy today's episode. So whatever you do, just hang in there, and let's get on down to the bench. All right, guys, here we go. We're on the bench here with our RoboCop, and we're going to be doing something cool. We are going to be adding a speaker. We have a lot more going on in this video, but we are going to be mainly working on his inner chest parts. So I think you guys will be very interested in this, along with a few others that we're going to be coming out with on another video. So hang in there, guys. We got a wild ride for you. Here's everything that we got. I was a little unhappy with this outcome because you can see here everything kind of got mushed in the transportation of this part. So I'm very unhappy with that, but I'm really hoping that our main component here, the speaker, was not destroyed. Now, I really hope that this doesn't happen to you guys, but yeah. So I wanted you guys to see this because sometimes packages will come like this, and it's very sad when they come like this. But for now, we're going to go ahead and prep everything up and get this fixed out of here. Well, some sad news, guys. This was crushed somehow in the box. So when I opened it, I didn't even bother to inspect it like I normally do before I get started for one of these videos. So, yeah, the speaker it's all bent up. And then this connector port is too damaged to even plug in. So I've just recently sent out a message to Fan Home to kind of let them know this is what I've come across, and I'm not too excited about it. I also have a little bent up chip piece here, so I'm just going to ask them to resend me the parts for 63. But of course, there's other parts that we can work on going further, so I'm not too worried. Maybe I should have inspected this a while back, but I've been out of the shop for about a month, and this box came in while I was away, and I didn't get a chance, and then they already have sent me the new box for this month, so that's why we've been behind on the RoboCop, because there was a little delay, and then they finally send me it, and it's all bent. So I'm going to just jump out of doing issue 63 for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead us off to the rest of this package, and then we'll come back and screw it all back in when the part arrives. And we will cover that in a future video when it's, separate video, so that way you guys know, hey, this is what we're doing. Just to kind of keep you in the follows. All right, but for now, if we were able to, we would just be doing this here, which is putting in the speaker, putting in the brace, and then once the brace was in with the EP screws, we'd be moving on to issue 64. So for now, we're just going to jump to 64 and come back to this at a later date. Sorry, guys. So now here is 64. We still have our old piece here, okay? And with our old piece, with the speaker already installed and everything, there's another part that's going to get put in place. And since we don't have the speaker, we're going to just kind of keep this back on the back burner, and maybe we can attach it later. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to kind of show you step by step what needs to happen, okay? So So here's our part, and what we're going to do is basically screw it in to 4 key parts, which is here, here, and here. And you flip it over, and this is how it's going to go. Of course, that's all for 64. Of course, I put it in loosely because we have to open this back up in the future and whatnot. So a lot of things are going to come on loose until we get that part in. Then we'll take it off, put the speaker in, and then we'll come back and wire it. But for now, we're going to show you what parts 65 go into, and then we'll put those on loosely only because, yet again, we'll have to get to these screws. So with 65, of course, this is what will be done. And so with 65, we'll go ahead and put in our electronic parts. All right, now if we had the speaker, it would go in here, but the speaker's damaged and doesn't fit in that port, so we can't move on with that, but we will come back to that. So once again, this video will be a to be continued. This will just be part 1. All right, other than that, guys, let's get on and get this thing in there. Of course, you're going to put the washers on and you're going to screw it in here. We can still get access to these screws that we put in, so when we come back, we can make the corrections in part 2. So there you have it, guys. This is all in nice and tight. This stays loose until we can get that speaker back. So yeah, other than that, guys, we're going to move on to stage 66, and we're going to be working on another part of ROBOCOP. So of course with 66, we're going to be working on these 2 parts, basically here and here. Then we're going to move on, and then later on we'll come in, put the plate in. Once the plate is in, we're done with 66. And right there is, of course, where you put the 2 EP screws and you slide this in. Now we take our back panel, cover all that up with this plate, and then put in 2 EP screws. This, of course, will then conclude our video for building the ROBOCOP. However, this is what we're looking like. So there you have it, guys. Everything in purple is what we haven't added yet. Everything in silver or black that's colored in is what we have done thus far. However, don't worry, everything's going to be fine, and we'll have all these parts eventually. So yeah, hopefully we get our part 63 replaced, and once that's done, we should be good to go. But we'll see you again on part 2. Other than that, I got to get going. We'll see you on part 2.